Today I'm going to start the new topic of Rousseau, that is Rousseau's theory of education. In this theory, we are going to discuss two very important aspects. First is the what was the Rousseau's model of education, uh, on which he was saying that we can remove the corrupt mind and the corrupt thought in the human being. So means why the human beings being corrupt, it is due to the education, he said. So what kind of medicine or what kind of treatment or what kind of method he is trying to put in his theory of education so that he can cure the people from that kind of corrupt mind and the corrupt thought. The second thing we are going to study in this Rousseau's theory of education is related to the role of state in the education and what kind of curriculum he had talked about in the education system. So I'm going to discuss these two things in the today's lecture. First of all, if all of us can see that what is the education is all about, education is related to the knowledge. Means we gain the thing. Means we gain the knowledge. Means, for example, if I will ask you what is the two plus two, you will know the answer and you will say that the result is the four. So what is that? If I will give any sum which is related to the 2 plus 2 combination, 3 plus 3, whatsoever be the combination will be there, you will solve those methods and you will solve the problem. So what is this solving problem means? You are aware about the truth. You have the awareness related to the fact that what will happen when we will mix 2 plus 2, when we will mix 2 plus 5, when we will drop the what you call the ball from hand, it will get down, Newton's law. So what is that? It is the knowledge is all about. Means you are aware about the fact that what will happen and why it is happening. The most important thing is why it is happening. What's the basic reason behind the occurrence? So what's the basic reason behind the result? Why we are getting such kind of results? Means you are aware about the result also, that why it is happening, what's permutation, combination, or what basic components are there. That's why we can see this such kind of result. Education is also known as a process of learning. We try to learn the thing. For example, you can imagine a period of maths or the science when you try to solve the questions or the equation and you do the wrong thing or the correct. So what is that? It is a kind of learning process. Means we are trying to learn that how we can do the sum or how we can do the what you call those kind of trigonometric questions or permutation combination questions, or how we can solve the linear equations question. Means we are learning in this whole process that what is the thing and how we can get the correct answer, what will be the correct result of a particular thing. So the education is also known as a kind of learning thing. The second and the third and the fourth important thing is the understanding and the information. For the knowledge, it is very important to have the information. Without information, you can't able to develop the knowledge. For example, just I am telling you, you have the information about the tenure of the president and the prime minister is the 5 years. This is the information. What will be the knowledge? You, if you will question the fact, why do we choose the president and the prime minister for only for the 5 year rather than the 10 years? What's the basic reason behind it? What's the basic criteria to decide the 5 years? So the knowledge is the why. So you will get the answer that it is the 10 year will be very long and the 4 or 3 year will be very short. The 5 year is a kind of period which is based on the medium, which is the base of median is there, and that is the perfect for what you call perfect for the tenureship. And most of the countries in the world have applied this thing, and they have seen that this form of 5 year government is the best model. Means we can give the 5 year. That's why if any vice chancellor is been appointed or any government officers is been appointed, that tenure of those high post or high dignitary post is also the 5 years, it is not the 10 years or the permanent in nature. So what you are doing, you are applying the knowledge why it is so. So same thing like that. In the email book novel, this is a kind of novel where Rousseau has basically tried to discuss about the three four important aspect. The three four important aspect, he has said that why our mind, or why the people minds are corrupt, why we are very self-centered, why we are very self-centric approach is there. So Rousseau have tried to answer the question. He has said in this what you call in this email book that what kind of technology, what kind of methodology we need to adopt to become as a what you call to become as a good citizen, or to become as a natural human being. He has always used the method of nature or natural human being. If you can recall my lecture, there I have made the debate between the natural man versus the rational man. So Rousseau have always favored the natural man, because the natural man is not the corrupt. Natural man is not exploiting any other person, because the person using to live in a very uh, in a such kind of life where the person is not trying to harm the other person. You can see the beauty of nature, the plants, trees, mountains, rains. Means that's why he has also been called as a romantics. Means he loved the romanticism and the romance kind of thing, because he loves the nature and natural things. According to him, is the best thing to so that how they never harm any other person. They never what you call give the what you call the problem or punish to the any other person, but they always try to live in a such a manner that it is what you call helpful for the other animals or other plants too. So he was trying to follow the footprints of the nature, and he said that if you can see the nature, we need to go to the stage of natural man. When the human beings were living in with the what you call the plants and with those kind of system, that point of time you will never realize the gender based biasness was there, the caste based system was there, the religion based system was there, the ethnicity based system was there. He said there was no such kind of inequality, there was no such kind of discrimination, or the class divisions were there. So he was trying to go back to the nature, and that's why his education theory is also associated with the model of naturalization. So he has also called it as a kind of education is nothing else but the naturalization. In this regard, we need to understand that what is his meaning of nature is there. He has said that a child should not be isolated from the what you call should be isolated from the society, but not from the nature. Why he has said this? For example, if you will observe any child in your society, or you can recall, you can go there in a kids show, you will find the children are fighting each other that this is my pen, or this is my pen, or this is my car, or I need this kind of car, I need that kind of thing. Means there is a kind of competition is there. There is a kind of self-centeredness, or the children were demanding that I need this pen, this is mine. Means selfish thing has starts from the society. So what the Rousseau has said, that if we want to protect the corrupt society, or corrupt what you call to that children's minds should not be corrupted. So first of all, we should not have to put them into the part of the society. We should have to isolate them from the society. Why? Because he has said when they will be the part of society, then their thought will be totally based on the self rather than the related to the others. So he has said that thing. The next thing what he has talked about, that whatever in the society, the things which we will gain in a manner that will be totally based on the self-centeredness, or what you call, like in the schools, like in the kids zone or in the play school also, if you can see, there is a competition between the children that how I can be a topper or how I can be a best student in the classroom. So you always realize the fact that since the children starts going towards the society, into the play school or into the such kind of societal work in the education system also, so that point of time the thought and the body language gets corrupt. So Rousseau was trying to provide a certain kind of nature. What kind of nature he was talking about? The nature which is not built by the human beings. The nature which is built on the basis of the natural environment. The nature which is based on the natural environment means, the children will live in a such kind of area. Just the children will live in a such kind of area where they will not have any kind of, what you call, change their views, means they will do the work related to the nature. Means, for example, just I am giving you the example that we will leave the children into the what you call, into the mountains or into the hilly regions, or they should listen the voices of the birds. They should feel, and they should touch the tree, and they should realize that how the trees are beautiful, how the plants are there, how the animals are there. So means he was trying to put the children into the domain of nature, that they should learn, they should feel the love and the beauty of nature. And that point of time, what he said, that it will build the inner feeling amongst the children, that how the beautiful nature is this, how the beautiful this bird is or the animal is. So it will build a such kind of things amongst the children, that they will not only what you call, think about the self, but they have started thinking from the perspective of nature, that how this is beautiful, how I can do the beautiful work. Like if you can see that persons are doing the what you call, plantation, tea plantation kind of thing is there. So what is that? It is a kind of your self devotion, that you are building another, you are giving your precious time, you are giving your precious energy to build the other person means other tree. So Rousseau was trying to talk about such kind of thing, and Rousseau has said that this thing will do two-way work. One hand, it will protect the children's mind from the corrupt thing, and the second thing, what Rousseau has said, that it will help the children to learn or see the things from the nature. So their education method have started from that period, means they will learn that how the birds are there, what is the nature is all about, and how the nature functions, how the birds are there, animals are there, how the animals survive in the world, what activity they do. So means they are getting the information, knowledge on the basis of empirical evidences. Means whatsoever the things they observe, whatsoever the thing they see, so they will build their thought, they will build their thinking on the basis of nature, on the basis of the activity which they will see. You can recall the thing which we have discussed in the modernity class, that everything will be based on the experimental method. Means we are going to do the experiment, then our concept and our reason will be purified. So same thing has been mentioned by the by the Rousseau, that we need to put the children in a such kind of education system, or such kind of system where they can learn from the nature, and there is not the thing related to the nature, but it will give them a kind of experience that is totally based on the model of experience, or the what you call experimental kind of research. He has tried to talk about such kind of thing. And if you can see the what kind of method or technique he has applied for the education, he has said that let the children should decide that what is good and what is bad, or what things they like, they doesn't like. Like in the previous lecture, I had mentioned you about some person's story like Ramanujan. Ramanujan was a great mathematician, but the teacher used to scold him because he was very poor in the other subject. They say that he don't, math is not the only subject. You have to, if you want to pass in the school or the college, you have to also get the passing marks in the other subject too. You should not pass, or you cannot pass your exam only on the basis of one paper. So Rousseau has said that the children should decide what is their choice and what is their likes and dislike. If the children doesn't like the maths, why you are pressurizing the student to study the maths or the science or Hindi or any other subject? So Rousseau was in the model of let the children should decide, let the children should learn from themselves, from the nature. So what Rousseau has said that when the children will try to learn the education by the self, it will build two things. First, the interest, and the second, it will free from the corrupt mind and the corrupt things which we see in the modern times. So he said that it will separate the children from the corrupt mind. On the other way, the children will be more civilized, and what you call more civilized in a manner where they will take the decision related to the others rather than the self. So what he has said that we should not have to pressurize the student that you need to go and do the attend one class, two, three, four, whatever the class system is there. He said that let the student should decide, or the children should decide what is the interest, what kind of work they want to do, and whatever their interest is there, whatever their curiosity is there, they should learn those things based on the natural interest, not based on the fabricated interest, or not based on the what you call the built by the society. For example, if you will think yourself, when we were born, that point of time we have had no such kind of idea related to the IITians, the IITian graduates, or the doctors, or the IAS bureaucrats, or what you call the lawyers or chief justices. They are the best persons in the world. Who has taught us all these things? Our society. Our society have never taught us that first of all we should be a good human being rather than achieving those what you call those highest posts. So Rousseau was trying to talk about those models in his theory of education. What Rousseau has said that nature has produced the human beings, and nature have built all the innate capacities are there. All the individual, all the students here in this classroom, I am telling you, all of you have very different and unique kind of skills are there, and that skill can only be evolved when you will have the freedom to do the work. For example, in this classroom, Anant is a very good drawing maker, or Mahima is a very good what you call speaker is there, but she is not getting any such kind of opportunity to be a speaker, or to what you call to take the participate in those kind of activities. So how he or she can groom himself or herself in a such kind of mode? So what Rousseau has said that God makes all the things good, but we human beings corrupt them. And what he said that man meddles with them, and they become the evil. Means when human being was born, they were had the idea that means they have tried to be a very good person, and they never try to harm the other person. But we have gained the education which is based on the reason, rationality, based on the self interest, and that has corrupted the human mind, and we have started building our own property, building empires, and starting discriminating the other human beings also. So he has said that it is the human beings which we have created this corrupt world and the corrupt society. So in his theory of Emile, he has written about the child's depravity theory. He has said that what is the child's depravity theory, where he has talked about why you will find that some student used to shout like this. If, for example, if you can recall, if I am correct, many point of time at the shops, even though my son is also there, and whenever he or I have seen that they used to go to the shop, they start, Papa, I want this thing, I want this thing. And some children are like in such a manner, they will what to call, they will start rolling over the land that no, 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 I want this, otherwise they start trying like anyway. So what is that, how they have built those kind of things? These things has been inserted by us, this thing has been inserted by the society. So how they are undisciplined, how they are unsocial, why their nature has been changed, it is due to us, because we have made like that way. So Rousseau has talked about those things in his theory of education. So Rousseau's theory has basically tried to talk about, let the natural things should be there. Means the children should learn from the nature, and we should put them into the nature. And on the basis of nature, they should learn. They can learn the things, and that will do two important work. One way, they will learn the knowledge in a empirical basis, in a more evidence basis. So their knowledge will not be the knowledge based on the divine theory, or based on the ethics, or based on the religious theory, but their thought and the theory or the knowledge will be based on the evidence. And the second thing which he has talked about, it will protect them from the corrupt activity and the corrupt things. So he has talked about these two important things related to his methods of education. So till now, if any student have any query or anything like to mention here, so you can raise your point. Okay. In this what you call this method, he has talked about that students should not go to the any institution, any formal kind of education system, the education system which we do, that graduation, masters, MPhil, PhD, and so on. He said that let the students should join the education if they have the interest. All of you should study the political science honors when you have the study about to understand the philosophy. If you are taking the class only for the sake of what you call the marks, it is not the education. It is, according to the Rousseau, it is a kind of corrupting mind and corrupting soul. And we are pressurizing. You are doing the work not by the by your self interest, but what you call the by your choice. But it is doing, you are doing the work by compulsion, because you will not get good job. So you are bounded by this kind of system. So Rousseau has said that this is also a form of discrimination to the children. So Rousseau has said that education should be very much harmonious. Means whenever you do the education, you should enjoy it. You should celebrate it rather than you should punish yourself. ओ यार इस चैप्टर को भी करना है, या कैसे करा जाएगा यार, एग्जाम में कौन कौन से टॉपिक तैयार कर लिए जो एग्जाम में आएंगे. So he was trying to talk about, try to make those kind of solutions, that we should have to give the education to the children which the area they have the interest. And in this system, what he has talked about, the what you call we should not have to be taught only on the basis of books, but we should also try to take the, what you call, teach the student on the basis of experience. The playway method he has talked about, we need to For example, if you will teach the if you have attended modern schools also, nowadays they have started teaching the children in a, what is this, they will bring the apple in front of the children, what is this, what is the color of that, what is the size of that. So they have introduced the empirical evidence. On the basis of empirical, they try to start the schooling from that kind of system, means with the empirical evidences. The next topic which I would like to talk about, who will be the teacher, teaching method, and who will be the teachers in the Rousseau's method of education. Rousseau has said that a teacher should be the guide, not the instructor. Means what is the difference between the guides and the instructor? Rousseau has said that guide means they will tell you that how to do the work. They will not instruct you, you have to do this work. For example, all of you are attending the class. I am just giving you the guiding. This lecture is just as a kind of brief note related to the Rousseau's philosophy. I am just guiding you that what are those things have been mentioned in the Rousseau's theory of education, what Rousseau education is basically all about. I am not instructing you. Go and read the Rousseau's book. Stand up thus and read the Rousseau's Email book, chapter 2. I am not instructing you. I am trying to provide you the guidance, or I am trying to guiding you that this is the education system, this is the thing. So what Rousseau has said, that teachers should be the guide, not the instructor. Means you should not to what to call direct him. You should not have to tell him that forcefully. Means the instructing means is somewhere related to the forcefully applying the things which is not been accepted by the children. Like we always say that no, you have to make A like this way, you should not make the A like this. So what is that? We are pushing what you call pressurizing the student. So he was against any forms of the pressure or any forms of those kind of pressure. Why he has talked about this kind of thing, pressure or compulsion kind of thing? Because he has realized that when you will not do the things by your own choice, by the compulsion, it changed the nature of human being. Here one very simple example I will say related to the children's. When you will go and talk to the pediatrics or the child doctor, they will tell you that never forcefully feed the children. Let them, they should what you call, whenever they say no, don't feed them. But what we do, we try to push them. No, 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 you have to eat it, because we want to see that the children are not eating, and especially the parents are always feel like that. So Rousseau has also applied these things that it will change the nature of the child. It will change the nature of a student when you. I will pressurize you. No, no, no. You have to do this. Prepare this activity. So it creates a kind of angriness amongst the minds of the children, and it degenerates the behavior of children. So he was trying to what you call, not to change the behavior of children. He was trying to inculcate the behavior, that the behavior should be based on the harmonies and it should be based on the love and the affection rather than the angriness. Another thing which he has talked about related to the teacher is the major responsibility of the teachers are to motivate the student whatsoever the interest is there. For example, someone of you have talked to me in the classroom that you want to be a lawyer or Supreme Court judge, and means a judge, how can be the judge and all. So it is my responsibility to provide you the pathway, that what are those things you need to do if you want to be what you call the justice in Indian system, because you want to do the justice for all the person, and you want to help the poor person. So it is your innate desire is there, and it is the responsibility of the teacher that I need to motivate you to do such kind of activity which is beneficiary for the society, which is beneficiary for the others. I should not have to build the student. No, no, no. After getting those job, you will earn so much money and you will be most richest person in this world. So I need to motivate you to do the social work kind of thing. I need to motivate you that you should do the work related to the society and related to the other persons first, rather than the self. So the role of the teacher is very important according to the Rousseau. And Rousseau has said that it is the teacher who builds the student's mind and who what we call prepares the student to based on the self-love based kind of persons or the other love based kind of persons. So he has said that teachers plays very important role. And he he has said that all the children have different very good capacities are there. No children on this earth are incapable of doing any activity. He has said that whenever any children takes a birth, the by birth all the children have unique skill, unique what you call the things are there. It is our responsibility to grow those kind of things amongst the children. And due to such kind of what you call the instruct based kind of system, those desires and those natural what you call the qualities get burned. In just 3 days back, we were what you call on the sad demise of say Lata Mangeshkar. We were talking about her, but we know that how many good singers are there in India. Means I have listened so many live programs of the what you call the students. They used to sing like that way. How many persons get those kind of opportunity to become as a good singer? Very less, very less. You must have means if you'll talk to the Sonu Nigam. When I was child, I used to listen his song. Now I don't know where he is. So, but he's a very good renowned singer. But I'm talking about those local persons, those students, the children used to sing in the. You must have also watched in the TV channels that how beautiful song they used to sing. But after certain years, you don't know where are they. So this thing has been discussed by the Rousseau. So Rousseau has talked about that teachers are the important person, important element in this whole education thing, and he said that it is teacher which who are the architect of the child, and it is the in the hands of the teacher what kind of things they are making for the society and what kind of human beings they are making. So this thing has been mentioned by the Rousseau. So if any student have any query or the question, so you can ask me. Today's lecture, I had also tried to mention the fact that Rousseau has tried to segregate between the male versus the female. Many feminist thinkers have criticized him due to this. Rousseau has talked about that women have different kind of role. A woman should be trained to what you call to do the household work or to become as a good mother or the good wife and this is the kind of thing he has mentioned, and he said that girls should be trained like in a such a manner that girl can be good mother or the good wife. So this thing he has talked about in his theory of education. uh, he has divided the education into the 5 stages. There are total 5 stages are there in his education. The first stage, which he talked about the children from the what you call the till the age of 5. So he said that till the age of 5, what the children should do, he said the children should learn from the nature. They should go the activity, do the activity in the what to call the nature, see the river and see the fish, see the animals. They can observe the thing and they can identify the what is called how the animals are there, and when they will touch the tree and what you call their thorns also, so they will realize that what is pleasure and what is pain kind of thing is there. Means what thing if you will see the children and if you can find them, they most of the children they like and love to go into the nature or to walk with the play with the flowers, to play with the what do you call it, small trees. If you can realize, you can see that how the children they love those nature things or natural things. So what he was trying to say, that till the age of 5 to 12, the children should develop a IQ or a skill, that what kind of what you call the pleasure thing is there, what kind of pain thing is there. And this thing they can learn only through or only on the basis of experience, or experience can only teach them that what is the pleasure and what is good thing for them. And after that, what will happen after the age of 12 to 15, what he has said, that the children will identify that this is my zone, this is my area where I find interest, this is my what you call happy zone, or you can say that this is my interest zone is there. So the student try to do the activity in that particular area. For example, if any person or any student like drawing, or any student like singing, or any student like playing cricket, means they will try to inculcate, or they will try to do those kind of activities where they have the interest, or whatsoever the activities are there. So in this phase, the Rousseau has also mentioned that the children should also we should also teach some other activities, not the formal based education, but in the play way method. Means we need to teach the geography, we need to teach the maths, and we need to teach the science, physics, and the chemistry also. But it should not be based on the bookish book kind of thing, but all the activity based kind of things should be there. Means the children should learn or understand the things on the basis of experience, on the basis of visible kind of things. So he has mentioned that these kind of things need to be given at the age of 12 to 15. And after the age of 15 to 20, he has talked about that this is the adolescence age, and this is the most important period. And he said that during this period, the children we need to do the such kind of activity, the teacher can do such kind of activity with the children, so that they can develop the emotions, they can respect the other person. For example, as I had mentioned in the classroom, that all of you can if any person can be the topper, I would like to see that which person have helped that particular A, B, or C student. That's why the A person have scored the highest marks. So what has happened, that A person has helped the B person, and the B person is the topper. So it means that it is not the happiness of the B person, but it is the happiness of the A person. So what I'm trying to say, that we need to do such kind of activity, we need to do such kind of exercise between the people or between the students, so that they can develop the morality things, they can develop the ethics related to the others. We should not have to teach the student be a good, always do the good behavior, always try to do the good work. Rather than doing or saying these things to the student, we need to do the more activity kind of things. So this thing has been mentioned. And what he has said, that individual have to what you call control their desire, their feeling, especially related to the religious thing. The religious thing should not be there, because he said these two things are the most corrupt thing, that what you call the desire and the religious thing. And in this regard, he has also talked about the to what you call the attraction towards the opposite sex. So he said that this thing is very important thing at the age of teenager, as we know that we need to control the what you call the these things amongst the children. And he said that we need to how we can control those things. He said that the things comes here is the discipline. He said the Rousseau has said discipline is one of the important thing. Without discipline we cannot achieve the goals of the education which he was talking about. So he said that the children should be free to follow their natural interest, but the natural interest should not be in terms to harm the any other person first. Second, it should be based on the what you call discipline manner, means time area have to be marked, means it should not be like that means in a daytime in a night time the person the students are learning the classes or going in the nature. Means he said that we need to have a very disciplined children are free, but they should have a kind of what you call they need to follow some activity based kind of things, not they are free to do all the things. So he has said that children should follow some what you call the rules regulations kind of thing, and those rules regulation should not punish the student. He has mentioned very important thing, means the student should follow those rules and regulations not by the pressure but by their choice. His idea about that, means he said that all the students should follow the rules regulations and whatsoever the things have been mentioned in the what you call in the learning process. The children should follow by self rather than any teacher should pressurize him or any teacher should give the punishment for that. So he has said that those kind of punishment will corrupt the mind of children. So the punishment should not be there any forms of the punishment, either the mental, physical or the moral. So he was talking about we should not have to punish the children because it will dilute the nature, or it will dilute the personality of the individual and it will make the corrupt. So he has said that the children should never be punished, and all the children should follow the rules, follow the system by self rather than any what you call the by pressure. Just they need the guidance, and that guidance can only be given by the teacher. So he has talked about the discipline is one of the important aspect. If you can talk about what kind of course structure he was talking about, what kind of course structure or what kind of education things were there, like we have discussed in the Plato. According to the Rousseau, the curriculum is the playway method, means you will give the what you call, if you are teaching the sum or mathematics, so you will put some balls or you will put some apples and you will teach them that what is this is one and this is one. So how much this is two. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So you need to teach the children in a such a manner that it should not be based on the books, but it should be based on the evidence. It should be based on the experience, so that the children will learn the class. The children will understand the concept rather than the bookish thing and the bookish knowledge. So he was talking about the children should be taught in a method called as a playway method, means that in a play manner, in a experience based kind of thing, in a empirical based kind of things. Like if you can recall, during the class 8th or the ninth, if you have also done the litmus test, that how the litmus test is there, blue color and the red color, the litmus color will change if you will dip in the detergent. So what we have done, we have just tried to understand what is the litmus test is there, and how if any water is mixed with the detergent, so the color will change and the different kind of color will come. So what was that? It's a kind of experience, and we know that okay, if we will apply same thing in our in our physical life, then we will also get same kind of result. So Rousseau was talking about that we need to teach the student in a more experienced or more what you call the experience based or evidence based kind of things, and this will enhance the children's not only the knowledge, but it will also enhance their curiosity to learn furthermore. And he said that it is the duty and the responsibility of the teacher to design the education in a such a manner that it will compel the children to think beyond. For example, if I will share you the important fact that the Ukraine, you can see that how Russia is very much interested in the Ukraine, and the Eastern European countries are very fearful about that kind of whole condition. So just I have mentioned this thing to you. Now the curiosity come in your mind, what is the role of USA, how the USA is playing the role in the case of Ukraine, and do we are going to start towards the new Cold War or new kind of world war kind of thing. So I need to teach you in a such a manner that you should think not only from the perspective of I am teaching you, but you should start thinking from that way. Another thing, if I can say that how the China have built their important region, it is not only the Galwan region or the Arunachal Pradesh region, but the China has tried to capture the Sri Lanka and also establish their military bases in the near about the Andaman. So you can see that how the China is trying to capture this whole South Asia region. So it will give the curiosity among you that what is the role of India, and how the India is what India is doing in this whole scenario, whole situation. So I mean to say that whenever any teacher is teaching you the thing, it must be in a such a manner that it should generate the curiosity among the children's mind, what will be the next, or how this thing will happen, why this thing will happen, means it will generate the curiosity among the children to learn and to study the subject, rather than the just reading the bookish knowledge. I am giving the lecture and just you are listening, I am calling a number b number person's name and you are not replying. So he said that it should be based on the interest, it should have the people's commitment should be there in the study, in the education, rather than the by pressure. No, you have to read the Plato, you have to read the Aristotle. Oh yeah, I have to pass the examination, I have to read that thing. So such kind of things should not be there, he said. He has also mentioned that we need to avoid traditional kind of subjects. What kind of traditional subject? He said we should not have to teach the religious things, we should not have to teach the religious text, especially in the schools. We should have to teach more activity based kind of things, more scientific based kind of things, or it should be based on the what you call the more scientific and the reason kind of things, and it should be based on the natural evidences, how the nature is evolving, how the tree grows, what is how the tree functions, how the tree lives a life. So we need to teach those natural things rather than those religious or the religion kind of things. So he has mentioned that thing. Apart from that, the Rousseau has also mentioned in the favor of physical and the health training. He said that every time a good soul always resides in a good body. So he said that all the children should do the physical and the health training to become as a physical fit. So he said that this is one of the important what you call role of the education. So okay, if now I'm going to do the analysis of whole the theory of education, Rousseau's theory of education. So his theory of education is called as a negative principle of education. Why we call it as a negative education theory? Because in this education system, we are not teaching the students on the basis of books. He has said that the children should learn and read the text or read the things not on the basis of books, but it should be based on the evidence, it should be based on the experience based kind of things. Means all of you will learn the Rousseau philosophy by experiencing, by living with him, by living with the Rousseau. Then you will understand that what Rousseau was talking about rather than just reading the books. So he has said that the education should be more direct, it should be based on more experience and the learning and the doing kind of thing, means learning and the doing the activity. So why we call him as a negative? The positive things, as you know, the negative rights and the positive right. The negative liberty and positive liberty is talking about it should not harm the other person. That positive thing. Here, the positive education is basically related to the modern education where we are giving the knowledge on the basis of some curriculum is there, some books are there. You need to read that book. I have mentioned you try to go and read the if you want to answer the question, try to read the C.B. Macpherson's kitab book that what Macpherson has talked about the Rousseau's philosophy. So means according to the Rousseau, you should not have to read the text. You should have to experience the thing. That's the most important education method rather than reading book and following the proper institutional model. So he was totally against the institutional model like class 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He said this we should not have such kind of hierarchy based kind of formal education system. So he was totally against those kind of formal education and the formal kind of system. That's why his theory is been called as a principle of negative education. And he said that the children should be taught in a such a manner that they should learn with the more experienced thing. The next thing which we can say about the Rousseau is he has not favored the direct moral education, means he has said that teachers should not give the lecture that how you can be a good human being. The Rousseau has said that the children can be good when the teacher will teach them in a such a manner. The teacher should give them some certain kind of exercise, some certain kind of work, which can bring or which can build the moral things or moral generate the moral thought amongst the student rather than just giving the lecture. Treat equally to all the students, all the human beings are good, like that way. So he said that you do the activity, say that all of you have to do the work in a team basis. You have to do the work in a what you call in a such a manner that you should help the other student. Means Rousseau was trying to say that rather than following the bookish thing, the student should do the activity based kind of things, and this activity should be based on more kind of moral thought should be there, means how we can help the rather than developing the things or doing the experiment for the self purpose. So he has said that in this whole theory of education, when we were talking about, there was one point then Rousseau has criticized also very well that why the thoughts and the minds are corrupt. For example, if I am teaching you, Marx has also mentioned, or the Gramsci has also mentioned that how the thought process has been captured. So we have seen that how the Gramsci has said that it is the intellectual, it is the educated person, they try to feed the such things in the minds of the people. So Rousseau has said that books are those things which corrupt the human mind, and he has said that it is not only the corrupt thing, but the student will not learn the thing. For example, if I can ask you one very basic question, that why do we have the sum of three sides of the triangle is 180? Why? What's the basic reason behind it? Do you know any theory behind it? So anyone, anyone like to answer? Why do we have a three sides of the triangle is 180-degree? Why this result has always been there? Means every time the 60-60 degree will be there, not more than that. So, okay, here I would not like to teach you in a mathematical class, but just one basic reason is there that if you'll make any triangle, the if you'll measure it, it either it will be 45 degree, either it will be 90 degree, or it either it will be 60 degree. the whole what you call the area of a triangle cannot increase, cannot be more than the 180-degree, because it has been what you call the experienced, it has been measured. So what I will do, uh, I will give such kind of exercise. Okay, make triangle of this angle, and now you can tell me that what is the total area of all the triangles are there. So you will say that, sir, all the triangles have similar area, 180 degree. So what I'm talking to you is that I need to teach you the things which is based on the experience. You will draw the triangle and you will measure. Again, you will draw the triangle and you will measure it. So this thing has been mentioned by the Rousseau, and he has said that habit formation not triggered, means we should not have to generate a kind of habit. The only habit child should be allowed to form contract, no habit at all, because for example, if we make the habit that every day you have to do the maths, or every day you have to do this ABC kind of thing, he said that a habit what you call stops the person thinking beyond the particular curriculum, or thinking beyond the curriculum style. Means he said that we should not have to make any habit, because the children used to be slave of that habit. No, every day I have to do the calculation, 1 hour, 1 hour, this thing. Means you should let them free, do whatever they feel good, they can do according to their choice, they can do according to their wish, rather than by the compulsion. And he has said that time saving method, he has not favored. He said that whenever we take the class, it should not be based on 1 hour lecture, it should be based on 25-minute lecture, 1.5 hour lecture. Means it should be based on the topic, it should be based on the work or the activity based kind of thing, rather than the what you call the just time kind of saving kind of thing, or particular fixed kind of thing should be there. So his method of education has talked about that it should be free, it should have ample amount of the open thoughts will be there, and the children should do, or the teachers can also do in a more open manner, rather than such kind of formal education system which we are taking up. And the last thing in this regard, he has talked about that the society should not be, the children should not go to the society, social education should not be there in the to the children, because he has seen that the society is a corrupt form, and the society always corrupts the individual. So he was very much against the society kind of education system. So overall, if we will conclude the Rousseau's theory of education, but before discussing the Rousseau's theory of concluding the point, just some negative points are there. What are those negative points are there? Uh, the first in negative point, we can say that the method which the Rousseau has talked about, he has not given whole frame that how his idea can be applied at the grassroots level. Means the thing has been mentioned by the Rousseau is very much idealistic. It is far away from the truth, or it is far away from the reality. The second thing we can say that the Rousseau's theory on education have what you call discriminated the people, children's, or divided the children's on the basis of gender, on the basis of gender based kind of thing, means girls versus boys. So he has given a specific kind of education to the girls and specific to the boys. So you can realize the girls should be a good mother or good caretaker, and good be a good wife. So you can realize that how his method of education was based on the gender based biasness, and this is also one of the critique. The next critique is he has not mentioned the any exercise, any formal what you call like system, that what model will be there, what structure will be there. Just he has said that all the children should learn from the nature, do the activity based on the interest. So if any student have the interest of be a powerful, become as a bodybuilder, and why any person will be the bodybuilder, because the person will try to take the name and the fame, or try to take the power. So his education model is what do you call, several lacunas are there, but at the end we can say that the Rousseau was trying to develop a such kind of education system where the people should learn the things on the basis of their own experience with the help of nature. And we can say that yeah, nature never harms the society, nature never harms the people mind, and the nature always talks about the positivity. So it is a good thing the which Rousseau has talked about. And he has very good mentioned that the bookish knowledge means nowadays you can realize that we always try to read the book and we try to follow the such kind of system. No, I have to complete this kind of syllabus, this kind of system. If I will ask you the what is the in the what you call the public policy paper, what you have talked about the Hawthorne method, how the Hawthorne method is applicable on the Rousseau's point. So you will say that how what is the Hawthorne method is there. Okay, I need to read again. Means you have done the study, you have done the classwork based on the bookish or based on the what you call the mugging up the things rather than experiencing the thing, rather than doing the work. So most part of time what happens, we forget the things. Our knowledge hardly builds, just we collect the information, we mug it up, and after the examination we forget it. What was that, what is the Hawthorne method is there, what is the capsular is there, what is the PPP model is there. So we forget those things. Why? Because we have never experienced those things. And once you will recall the things which you have done in the school days, class 9, 10th, 11th, 12th science, in the practical in the labs, I'm guaranteeing you the fact that all of you will remember, must have the remember those things, that how you have mixed the what you call the acid with the bases and what result had been there. So you must have what you call notice the thing that whenever we do the experimental work, that always resides in our thought, and that gives a different kind of education or different kind of knowledge. So you can say that his idea about the formal education is quite correct, because the real motive of the education is to educate the people rather than just making as a what you call the computer. So the computers are different, but the human beings are different. We have different function, computer have different function. So we should not be the computer, we should have to be a human being. So that was the thing what uh, Rousseau was trying to say, or Rousseau was trying to cover through his method and the model of education. There are few issues are there. His method of the education was more based on the gender base, because he has mentioned that the girls should do the only motherhood or the good wife kind of thing. So we can say that this is one of the critique. Apart from that, we can say that his method of education is more empirical, and the training based education system was there. So if any student have any queries or the questions, so you can ask me.
Good morning, sir. Sir, I have two questions.
Yes.
So, firstly, sir, when Rousseau talks about education completely based on the nature, experience, and evidence, so, sir, what could be the effect of Rousseau's thought on the current education system we follow, where we completely follow the curricular and co-curricular activities, and we are more, depending upon these bookish knowledge? And the second question is, sir, how can we say that Rousseau's education system was kind of formal when he vaguely describes education in the terms of nature and understanding of experience?
See, what is the how we have developed the modern education? First of all, we need to understand this fact. It is very tough to follow the Rousseau's model in the modern time, because Rousseau was talking about very small state. Means once you will see the Rousseau's philosophy, he was talking about very small state kind of activity. Either it is related to the social contract, or either it is related to the general will kind of principle. Same thing, if you can apply the Rousseau's model of education, that was only for the very small state, very limited amount of the people. And that's why the Rousseau's model, first of all, it cannot apply in the modern era because we have very large nation is there. The idea which the Rousseau has taken with of the small state, that is not possible in a large state like India. Second thing, Rousseau's model have had no such kind of career kind of opportunity. Means he was trying to build. His core was how we can build a good human being. But now modern day education system, the core point is how we can do the development or how we can train the mind of child that the child can do the innovation or invention or try to solve the problem. For example, we have witnessed the COVID virus. So we need to teach the children in a medical or in the engineering in a such a manner, if they will come across through any kind of problem, they can solve those what you call solve those problems by the, after learning those things, after knowing the knowledge. And this thing has not been discussed by the Rousseau was trying to build a very good human being, very good society, but he had no such kind of vision related to the development or the growth, how we can meet those kind of problem whenever a problem will be faced by the society, without developing those scientific tool, without developing those what you call those scientific mechanism or those things, new innovation and the development to solve the problem. So he was nowhere, he had nowhere talked about how persons we can solve the present problem and move forward. His education was very limited to the make a good human being, good society in corrupt society. The next thing which I can say that his theory of education it cannot apply because in the modern day it is very large number of population. And the thing he was trying to say during that period of time, ample amount of the resources was there. Now for example, I have the habit of singing, I have the habit of be a good what do you call singer, but the singing will not provide me the food. The most important thing is the survival. So nowhere Rousseau has talked about how we can survive in the world, because the education system which we are talking about, the formal education system has evolved to give the education or to train the people that they can survive in the any kind of situation and they can do the work and they can contribute in the building of society. Like if you will do the education, like if you will do the be honest, then you can be a lawyer, then you can be a good journalist, then you can be a good entrepreneurs also. Means you can go and you can do the work in a several domains are there. But if I will teach you or if I will guide you that do the natural activity related to the nature, how you will contribute to the development of nation first, and how you will protect your interest in the another way. So yeah, some good points are there, but if you can apply in the modern education system, so it is very tough to accept all the things which Rousseau has mentioned. Yeah. Anyhow, the most important thing, if you can ask me that what point I have liked him, the method of education should be based on the experience. Yeah. In higher education also, if I am teaching you the, for example, if you can ask me the question, how can I teach you the Rousseau in a more experienced based kind of thing? So those theory papers cannot be taught or cannot be explained in a experience based or we cannot do the experience of Rousseau, how the Rousseau is. We need to learn the theory. That's why in the whole, it's not only about the India, but all over the world, all the papers have the theory and the practice or practical part is there. First of all, we try to understand the theory, what are those theories are there, and then what we are doing, we are applying the theory into the practice.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Any other student have any query?